Hey guys, Buck here at BTM Scale Modeling, and welcome back to another week on the bench. We are definitely getting close. Gonna have to watch the video to see how close. No final reveal. That'll be its own special little video. But we're starting into the final detail work. So not gonna take away from that. Let you guys watch the video. Guys, gotta give a shout out to one of my subscribers, a friend to both my daughter and son. Hey Tyler, happy birthday from BTM Scale Modeling, and I know the rest of the community wishes you a happy birthday. Thank you for watching. You get to see the sneak peeks because you're always, you come over. So yeah, so happy birthday, brother. So guys, couple of shout outs here. Thank you, Jack. Got my new shop cards in. Guys, if you haven't gone to Amazing Scale Modelers and joined that community, I would tell you to. Great group of people. You can follow them on Google Plus or Facebook. And guys, again, yes, we are in that time of year. The holidays are coming around. So Kenny over at Sci-Fi Fantasy has ramped up the sleigh bells for Secret Santa. So guys, if you checked out the community, because I talk about it in my videos, definitely sign up and subscribe. We'd like to have you join our team. Great group of people there building. So go to sci-fi-fantasy.com and sign up. So with that, guys, I am going to actually get back to work before I finish putting the video together. It's at, I want to keep going. So as always, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, click the little bell. You'll see when I get uploaded. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or techniques that you think I can do better, explain better for you, or you have a suggestion that will help, please leave it in the comment section. I usually respond back to them within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, guys, I'm going to get back to work, and I'm going to let you enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's Wednesday, getting a little late start to the week. Kind of nuts crazy, but like I said in the last video on Build Log 12, I was going to start detail painting, and I wanted to show you where I'm at so far, guys, and what I'm doing. So as you can see, I have the phaser bands. Let me kind of zoom in here and give you guys a better pic. So done the phaser bands. I am working on the thrusters on the saucer. Just overall, just getting the detail painting done. Flip it over here so you guys can tell. What I'm gonna start working on is I'm gonna start doing some work on the sensor bands going around the ship and getting some of the little details done. Kind of show you back here. Now the hatches, I'm gonna try to zoom in, see if you can get to see that. So like I said, I started work, and pretty much every show you see the egress hatch is kind of an orange, kind of a really darker orange, but it won't stay this bright when I weather it down, when I do the washes. But like I said, I've started working on the details. So that's where we're at. And the hard problem when it comes to this part of building on a kit is, what do you do? And my best advice is follow your gut. If you want to follow the instructions and paint it how they say to paint it, then by gosh, do it. If you want to take license and tweak it how you want, like I'm doing, I would, because on the sensor bands, the instructions call for painting these beige, and on the kit, on this filming model and the CGI, they do look kind of beige, but that didn't fit for me because, I'm sorry, these are phasers. Phasers aren't beige, to me. So I went ahead, and what I did is I used a dark copper. It's Tamiya XF28 to do these phaser bands, and I did that with the Enterprise D. And pretty much, if there's a phaser band, that's probably what I'll paint because I like it. It pops. It makes the model feel like the ship. Kind of less toyish. So that's my best advice when going into detail painting. You can follow instructions, you can take bits and pieces from the instructions, you can do your research and watch the show and get stills from that. Go online, find stills. of the filming model and the CGI model, but at this point it's all about what you want to do. Where's the kit taking you? So like I said, that's where we're at, guys, and there's not really much I can show you on this. I will do my BTM time lapse while I'm doing this, just kind of to give you some information. You can see my technique on how I do this. So, that's basically it, guys. We're really getting down to it. As soon as I get all the details done, I'm going to gloss it over again, and we're going to move on to decals, and I will do a good video on how I go in and lay decals down. So guys, I'm going to get set up with some colors. There's some things I want to do, and I'll see you when I come back. Well, happy Saturday afternoon, and yes, we are continuing. We are getting onto decals, guys. Probably one of my favorite and most hated things to do on a kit. I'll start with why it's not really hate. It's just a strong dislike sometimes. Any of you guys, when you work with decals, you know that depending on the maker, T.B.I, Revell, AMT, Monogram, each company does something a little different when they do the decals. But you know, the favorite part is it actually starts to, you know, give your ship more life. I mean, yes, you have the paint, you have the lighting that really gives it a lot of character, but when you in essence give it its soul, you start giving it its name. So like with the Voyager, we're going to start putting on the decals and give her soul. So for those of you that haven't done decal work or do it and want to throw your hands up in the air and say I quit, you know, I'm going to kind of show you how I do things. So, you know, there's different techniques, there's different styles. I encourage you again just to watch how I do it, and if you know you find somebody that does it a little better that you like, by all means use their technique. Do what's going to be best for you to get the decals on. So we're gonna kind of zoom in here the best I can. I got to get a new camera, guys, just telling you. But so what do you need to do to start with decal work? First, you need lukewarm water, and you need a tub or whatever big enough to hold your decals, your longest decal, which for the Voyager is actually the long spine decal that pretty much runs the entire length of the spine, and that'll work here, and it will roll up, just so you guys know. But lukewarm water, a couple of drops of just regular dish soap, and what that does is it helps start breaking down the bond between the paper and the decal. Need Q-tips, paper towels, or little handy napkins, and guys, if you haven't got a chance to use it yet, and I would definitely highly recommend Solvaset. What this does is it breaks the decal down even more, so it actually in the carrier film, and it molds it to the kit. If you guys have watched my other builds, you'll see everything I put Solvaset on. You can see how it gets into that little nooks and crannies and just becomes a real part and looks almost painted on. If you don't get the Walters, you can also get Microsol does Solvaset, so you can find that, and same thing. So guys, let's zoom in now and show you what we're gonna do. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down this on the nacelle. So as you guys can see, I have trimmed it down as close as I can to what I want, to the decal. And now I'm just kind of laying it on. I want to see how I'm going to go about this, because while the kit is really good, show you here, Revell's instructions for decals kind of like my kid drew it on. They're not very well detailed. It tells you where to place them, but other than that, it doesn't show you the decal. It doesn't, like with the nacelle marking here, it just kind of shows you the placement, and that's about it. So definitely use your reference photos, and you can go from there. So there's where I want to go. So what I'm going to do is I make sure the whole thing gets in to the solution, and then take your finger, dip it into the water, and kind of put a little film down of water. What this is going to do is, as you're moving the decal, you can adjust it how you need to, and get it in place. Because once you put the Solvaset on, you really don't want to touch the decal. It'll make it very flimsy, very brittle, and you'll just end up tearing it. Also, toothpicks, tweezers. So you just kind of let that sit, and let that start breaking up. And kind of check it every now and again. Okay, so this one's ready to slide. So what I do is I will take it, I'll put it on my towel, and I'll get all the excess water off, because that just helps. So now we're going to put on the decal. So again, I kind of know my placement, and basically all you do is hold one end and layer down. Now what you can do is add more water so you can get the placement down, and this is where the toothpicks come in handy. Helps you pull it out. So we know we want to move you down. There we go. Move you over. Sorry guys, I like to talk to my decals while I'm working. Trying to make sure the alignment's good. Maybe move it over just a little. With the long ones, it's a little bit of work sometimes, just to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. You know, you kind of want to get that dead center, as close to dead center as possible. So, okay, that looks pretty good. So now what I do is I'll take my Q-tip and I'll just force the air out and the excess water. Just like so. Now yes, as you can see, it moved because it's moving into that crevice on the nacelle. So all we have to do is just, I'll use my toothpick again just to do a little work here. And straighten it out. Like I said, these longer ones are just sometimes a real pain in the butt, because they're so fickle. So, okay. Then what we do, once you like it, we go in with the Solvaset and we apply it onto the decal. Don't need a whole lot, just enough to get it to work on that decal. So I'll let gravity run it a little bit, and then what I do is I'll go through and I'll get up the excess just around it with a Q-tip. I don't ever touch the decal at this point. I just want to get the excess Solvaset away. So that's how I lay that on there. We're going to do one more real quick, and then I'm going to turn on some music and get going on this, guys. So again, let me zoom out here. So we're going to do this emitter. So again, here's the decal. So again, all you want to do is trim it to as close to the decal as you can, so you don't have a lot of excess to deal with. So just like that, into the water bath. Again, we'll put some water down onto the kit, and as we wait for this, we will get going. So, side note, guys, if you've never used Solvaset before, Once it starts to dry and the decal starts to dry, you're going to see the decal start shrinking up, shrivel up, get all crinkly and gross looking. That's part of the process. Do not touch it. I can't stress this enough. I'm warning you right now. Let the Solvaset do its work. That's what it's supposed to do. First time I used it, I about lost my mind. I'm going, what's going on with my decal? Guys, trust me, that's the process. What it's getting it into that model. It's biting down into the kit. So, yeah, just let it do its crinkly, wrinkly stuff, because that's what it's supposed to be doing. It's working. So, again, transfer decal onto napkins, paper towels, blot off excess water, and let's see, yep, again, and again, we'll just slide into position. Yes, phone goes off at the most inopportune times, and we'll just slowly work it to where I want. Now you might be asking, why didn't I paint? Because the emitters, I want to see how well, because there's some detail with the decals that doesn't go with the emitter, so I wanted to add that and get that done. So that's why I'm using these. Trust me, once I do a little bit of weathering, they won't look so toyish. But so, yep. So now we push it down, get all the air bubbles out, get you out of the way. Find what I did with the Solvaset, and we put Solvaset down. So, and then we get the excess up. And if you have to, because sometimes it likes to move when you put the Solvaset, you can touch it just a little bit. Just be careful. Okay, guys? Can't stress that enough to be careful. So, that's how I do decals, guys. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go in and I'm going to work on the bottom half. So, that's where I'm going to tie it up this week. When we come back next week, we should be done with decals, and yeah, we should be doing a final look next weekend if everything goes well. So guys, I want you to have a great weekend. Have fun, be safe, and I'll see you next week on the bench. Take it easy.